Okay, thank you, Chris, and thank you to all of you guys. I have to be very honest that Chris and I were sitting in here, we were like, oh gosh, is anybody going to show up? And then we were moving in chairs, so this is awesome. We really think it's great that you guys are here, and our goal for this is to share some science, but make sure that we keep things short and light and fun. We have two awesome speakers tonight. So what we're going to do, so for our agenda, what we're going to do is just a quick introduction. Everybody should have a clicker. If you don't have a clicker, let me know and we can grab you one. Chris, do we still have clickers out there? Okay. Does anybody need a clicker? You want it. It's a lot of fun, a little clicker activity. Okay, so we're going to do a quick introduction, a little clicker activity, and then we're going to get on to our speakers. They're going to keep it short, about 15 minutes each, and then if you guys want, we can stick around, ask some questions. We can get into some more of the science a little deeper, depending on, how things go. And these are our two presenters for tonight. So we have Dr. Joel Fodry over there, and Dr. Ben Jubansky. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about them in a second. Okay, so I know most of you are at the council meeting today, but we just want to take 1 minute to tell you why we're here and why we're putting this on. So Chris and I are part of a team of specialists that have been hired to share oil spill science with our coastal communities. So each of our specialists, this is all 4 of us. Chris is over in Texas, I'm in Mississippi and Alabama, I'm over in Mobile. And then Emily Douglas, who's actually on the phone, making sure everything goes well, because we're also recording this. She's over in Louisiana, and Monica Wilson's in Florida, and we all work for Sea Grant. So if you're not familiar with Sea Grant, Sea Grant is a federal and state program. We fund research and then also do extension work, so we share science with people that, to answer their questions, people that need that science. And our program is funded by the Gulf of Mexico Research Initiative. So that is a $500 million 10-year research initiative that was started after the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. So that's why we're here today, sharing science. We have some of the researchers that are working on fisheries impact here to, share some of the work that they're doing. So I have a special treat for you guys. So we wanted to make sure we represented GOMRI, or the Gulf of Mexico Research Initiative. So we wanted to show this quick clip. There is this documentary that's coming out about all the research that's going on around the Gulf, and so we just wanted to share this real quick with you.
And you have to get involved in this stuff. It's going to change your career. It's going to define every part of the rest of your life. You have to get down here. I was as close to the well as many scientists could be. What ran through my mind first was, let's go out and get some baseline data and at least have some measurements about what was there before the oil.
When I heard about the oil spill and I realized that the blowout occurred at 1,500 meters deep, I knew that we didn't have any baseline data for the large fishes in that area.
From a scientific point of view, this is an incredible opportunity to really understand how the ocean responds, how the system really functions. Before the Deepwater Horizon, a lot of scientists hadn't worked on oil spill before. Now we have many, many more people. That's where the research community has developed.
It's composed of engineers, it's composed of chemists, biologists. We all get to work on pieces of this very big puzzle.
We're trying to see if we can come up with new, unique methods to understand the oil pollution process. Now what we're trying to do is understand, how are pollution levels declining and what is the level that they're going to return to.
This is my opportunity to serve the best interests of the country by being a fair arbiter of what we see in our evidence of what was going on.
We've caught over 100 species of deep water fish. We've caught 34 species of deep water sharks. It's the biggest survey of deep water sharks that's ever been done in the Gulf of Mexico.
The Deepwater Horizon event was the first oil spill where they actually went down with a submarine and injected dispersive into the oil that was coming out of the earth. And so we're trying to simulate that process, looking at how that dispersive breaks the oil up in very small droplets.
when you have a very small droplet, you ask yourself, where do they finally end up? So in the series of controlled experiments that we perform in the laboratory, we try to answer these questions.
The public was unsatisfied with the concept that the dispersant was just gone. You could see these big tankers filled with this stuff being dumped in the ocean. How could it just disappear and nobody know where it went? We were able to identify and quantify one of the active ingredients in the dispersant, and that was the first time that's been done for this oil spill.
What we do is we build instruments to weigh the molecules that are in petroleum. And so we're able to track a whole segment of petroleum that has never been tracked before.
People who've never seen the bottom of the ocean can't appreciate how just phenomenal it is. We saw eels and skates and a vampire squid, which I'd never seen before. I was prepared to see little recovery, and I was so relieved. The beaches have recovered.
It's been really exciting now to see how the science has formulated, how integrative and how cooperative the science community can be across all disciplines.
So that's not coming soon anymore, it's actually out. So if anybody is interested in that documentary, you can actually go on YouTube, it's on there, or just search dispatches from the Gulf and it'll come up. So we just wanted to show you guys that just to kind of give you a little idea of the type of work that the Gulf of Mexico Research Initiative is doing. Also, Chris and I always talk about we wish that we had theme music for our lives because, like, that music in the background just makes it kind of fun. So anyway, okay, so the next thing we want to do just quickly before our speakers come up here is everybody has your clicker? Yeah? Okay. So we're going to do a quick poll. We just want to kind of let our speakers know who's in the room and, you know, where you guys work, what you think about oil spill science, things like that. So how many people have used a clicker before? If you've come to our seminars, you probably have used a clicker before. Okay, so what you're going to do is we're going to pull out the slide. You guys are going to press whatever letter or number correlates with your answer. You see that little green blinking light here? When you click it, if it blinks, that means your answer was recorded. Okay, so we're going to get going here. Hey, first question. This is just a warm-up to make sure you guys know how to use your clicker. What do you like most about fish? Catching them, cooking them, eating them, watching them, or I don't even like fish? Okay, we got 12. You can see the responses coming in here. And for those that are online joining us, feel free to type your answers into the chat box if you want. Okay, and Chris also sent you the link, so you can go to the SurveyMonkey link if you want to be recorded. Okay, that's about 23 people. Okay, let's see what the winner is, and you guys know how to use your clickers. Catching them is number one. Okay, so everybody knows how to use their clickers now. Whoever doesn't like fish, out. Okay, you just gotta make sure it works, right? Okay, so for our next question, here's where we're actually getting into the stuff here. Okay, so how would you best categorize yourself? So you've got a lot of choices here. You can read through them. So pick the one that you think fits you best. And if you work for a state agency or a federal agency, sometimes we categorize we do, as a natural resource manager. So I know that one kind of comes up with a question sometimes. Okay, 20 responses. Oh. If it comes up with a red light, that means it's broken. You guys can just shout out your answers. Oh, yellow. I don't know. Okay. Okay, last chance to vote. Or yell out your answer. Okay, so mostly natural resource managers. We got some fishers in here, obviously. Nonprofit staff. What about who put other? Anybody other? Anybody anybody want to share what they would categorize themselves as if you put other? Lobbyists. Okay, that's what we put down. Okay, next question. Okay, this one's another easy one. Then we have two more that are a little cooler. So what state do you do most of your work in? And again, this is just so we kind of have a feel for who's in the room here. For our speakers especially. I knew who they're talking to. Okay, everybody vote. Or maybe if I hold up, everybody do it again. I'll hold up the receiver. Oh, okay. Actually, I think that might, yeah. It goes in the back, I think. We're done. Oh, now we got it. Now we got 34. Okay, so let's see where most of you guys are from. Oh, your more Gulf states is the winner there. And a bunch of folks from Texas and Florida. Florida, you guys had a long way to come. Okay, and two more questions. These are the ones that we kind of care the most about. So the Gulf of Mexico Research Initiative focuses on these different categories. So there's a lot of words up there, but pretty much it's how oil and gas and dispersants kind of move around the environment, how they interact chemically, how they impact the environment, new technology, new developments in technology, or public health impact. So just pick what number you guys like, what you really care about. Oh yeah, this is working better here. 37, we're doing pretty good here. Okay, let's see. What do you guys think? I'm betting C. Oh, okay, that's what we thought. That's what we guessed, right? Okay, and then the last one, and this one's just kind of for me and Chris to kind of get a gauge on if people are still looking for oil spill signs. So, how often did you look for information about oil spill signs over the past 12 months? Now, this is not recovery funds. This is not money funding. This is like science. Like, I want to know how fisheries were impacted by the spill or something like that. Be honest. If you picky, we're not going to kick you out. Okay, we got up in the 30s here. I think we need our stronger receiver. Okay, let's see. Okay, less than monthly, some not at all. Good to know. Well, at least you guys are here, so you must be looking for it a little bit. Or you're just looking for the food and drink. Either way, we don't care. We're just happy you're here. Okay, so